Hi, good morning. It's so early. It's not even 5 o'clock yet. I usually spend a little bit of time in the morning with God and listen uh, to what I'm reading. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I feel like God talks to me in the morning. And just this morning, yesterday I put quite an emotional video out about the boy who had taken his own life, and that's part of my why. But I kind of wanted to take a minute to kind of explain and be transparent about what my why is and why it is. Um, since I was very little, I always wanted to be a teacher. Um, as a good kid, for the most part, went to a Christian school, was trusted by the teachers and the principals at the school. And even though I wanted to be a teacher, there was a day when the high school principal said, I need you to sit in on a fifth grade class while the teacher has to go run an errand real quick. So I did. And I went in with all the confidence in the world. And I came out with no confidence at all. These kids wore me out. And that day kind of put a stall on my dream to be a teacher. And it kind of changed my vision of what a teacher was. But it didn't go away. Um, I got married and I had a couple kids of my own, and they were in high school and junior high school when, this sounds, to many, this might sound a little hokey, but I literally woke up from a dream and I couldn't forget it. It was a situation where I was leading a teen center where where the teens could come and be safe. So they wouldn't be homeless, so they wouldn't have no one, so they could learn and be empowered to be good citizens. That's a summary. And it didn't make any sense because I had two kids of my own. I wasn't really crazy about other people's kids. I'm just being honest. So it didn't make sense. But it didn't go away. My kids are in their 30s now. So I needed a lot of time to be molded and shaped by God to be what He wanted me to be. Since that time, I've taken mornings just like this one every day, almost every day. Sometimes I fall short. To spend time with God, to figure out, to hear, to know what He's telling me. I've been through the Bible about 8 or 9 times. This time is important to me. But to my why. After this dream, I went to culinary school for a year so I could teach kids how to cook. I volunteered at several organizations, so I knew what I was getting into. I got a job at a new teen center, thinking this was the answer to my prayer. But then COVID happened. We had internal struggles. So between the internal struggles and COVID, the teen center closed. I had stepped away from it because I didn't feel good about taking donations for something that wasn't being done. And I didn't see where we were growing. So it was a really hard decision, and I felt like it was God inspired, and I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it. And I don't regret it, but I miss the kids. Then one of the places I volunteered was Children Are People, and they'd been in existence for a long time, and I loved the executive director there at the time. And she called me and asked me to come back as a paid instructor, and I was like, sure, what do you want me to do? And she says, well, high school kids, of course. said, okay, this is a God door opening. And I turned that high school program from a daycare to a place where, sorry, this is hard. Sorry, I'm so emotional. This is very important to me. When I had to step away again, this time the board eliminated the teen program. The high school and middle school programs were shut down. They wanted to focus their energy and what little money they had left towards the elementary school kids, or so they said. When they shut down the high school program, they asked me to stay on and help with the littles. And I did volunteer after I gave my resignation with the volunteer. I did volunteer with the kids for like a week. And I spent time with the fifth graders. And it was a different experience. But it was bittersweet. As I left my last day, one of my high school kids was out in the parking lot. And I said, "How are you doing?" She cried. She told me how much I helped her and gave her the confidence to go for that interview and get that first job. And she says, "Stacy, there are many kids just like me who are scared and don't want to get out there and do this. What are they going to do?" Gosh, her words just haunt me. That's why I do what I want to do. That's what's on my heart. And I thought you should know. I'm going to keep trying to help. Y'all have a blessed day.